Have you ever noticed how when you're at peace inside, life just flows easier? And it's not a coincidence, it's a correspondence. Welcome back to the show. And we are continuing our series of 12 universal laws. And we're halfway through. So if you haven't watched or listened to any other laws, I will leave a link in the show notes. It will be in the description below. So the law of correspondence tells us that our outer world is always reflection in of our inner world. What we see, what and thought that we have every day, it reflects itself that we experience. We so-called reality. So I'm sure you heard of as above, so below, as within, so without. The law teaches everything in the universe is operates on patterns. The micro reflects the macro. The macro reflects the micro. Just let's say our economy or our government. If anything happens above our structure of the system, it will reflect the society, the citizens, the people down below it, right? So in the spiritual perspective, the universe does not respond to what you want. It reflects to who you are being. And a lot of time we've been taught to have a desire, which is okay, it's normal. Have a dream is normal. But it seems like the missing piece that we then get taught is we have to become who we want to become first in order to have the desire that we want. Your relationship, career, or even finance are also showing what's going on inside. So many times we all face financial problems, right? Including myself, many different times. But every time when we have that problem, it creates frustration, creates stress. A lot of time we even create disease that we don't even know. And the only way to get yourself out of this is go within. We have to feel abundant. We have to feel grateful. And then in that state of mind that you can reflect your outer world to resolve your financial problem. Okay, so here's an example. When someone consistently faces chaos, it usually is a sign of internal clutter or unsolved emotions or trauma. In our reality, there's a lot of things going on every single day. And especially today, 2025, we have economy, we have the political, and we have personal, maybe career, and a lot of layoff is going on, and a lot of scarcity coming from the media, the news, and also AI is coming, and AI is create that fear that people can lose their jobs. If you have that kind of fear, that kind of scarcity, we have to go inside, inward to practice to feel abundant in your outer world reflection to more a positive state. So your experience in life will become more positive instead of negative and chaotic or crisis more, right? So when someone feels gratitude, again, peace or trust, life moves back opportunity and with the flow. Okay, so we have to trust the process. Many times, let's say if you want to go from a state of, let's say, negative emotion, and you will went into your inner self, and you want to quantum leap, quantum jump into more positive experience. There's we call it the void, the middle section that you're transitioning. And usually that section is the hardest. That's the process. And in order to go through that, you have to trust it at first, trust the process. And then you just flow through it. And you have to be consciously aware and observe the process. And you have to be aware this is just a process. This is just a bridge for you to go through from here to there. And many times most people give up just right in the middle. And I'm speaking from my self experience. And that's why I know many times the difficulty is not try to stop it. It's in the middle of transitioning. And like I mentioned, every time you feel that, I label as the reflection of lacking from the previous conscious state of mind. Although once you break through that, then you will have a new outcome from your outer world. Time when you were feeling anxious and everything seems going wrong, miscommunication, traffic jam, or any issues with your family, relationships, we tend to be blaming others or pointing finger outside instead of ourselves. And that is how our society conditions us to be this way. And again, we have to go inward because what we see is what we project within ourselves. And the only way to fix this is not to pointing, complain, or blame. And that's the worst scenario. That's the worst experience that you want to experience in your life because it creates the loop. Because once you blame it, then you tell your subconscious mind that blaming is your solution. So it will create more simulation, creates more projection to your outer world, and you're going to experience a lot more of that. We have to be consciously aware of this in order to fix it. Okay. Another time when you're calm and centered and everything unfolds perfectly, that's because, again, your inner self reflects your outer world. Okay. Another life illustration example is oftentimes when your whole environment is cluttered, it reflects your mental clutters. And I have this experience myself so many times. Every time my environment is clunky, a lot of junks, or if a space has been taken with unnecessary items or stuff, then my experience in life will reflect the same way. So environment, people is very important, especially when you want to transition from one state into the next state. You have to be aware of that, and that will appear in the transition state. So how do you work with the law of correspondence? Have a self-awareness. Search your external life in, as a feedback and not a failure. And you have to observe and notice and recognize the pattern. As myself, I see my patterns, my emotional patterns, and when I have certain type of emotion, I want a certain type of action. And I caught myself all the time by observing because we're not just the creator of our life, we also the observer. So everything we projecting out is what we believe, again, what we thought of. So in order to have self-awareness, you have to be consciously to be aware, and you have to put yourself in a state of now person, not the past, not the future, the now moment. In the inner healing, there's many steps that we can do, and one of them is journaling, meditation, breath work, and you will understand and you will see that the pattern of your life, what you experience. And in order to do that, it's quiet your mind, and that's how and when you can be a more observed of your experience. Affirmation change and reprogram your subconscious mind. And subconscious mind is like in a storage, like a cloud, and it stores your emotion, your beliefs, your thoughts, your experience, your data. It's like a data center. And when you experience your life, that's where the projecting coming from. So in order to be programmed, you can do affirmation. You can listen to affirmation videos, and I have one that I created this channel. I'll also put the link in the show notes and description below on YouTube, so you can listen to it. And when you listen to that, I suggest you using the headset because you will cancel out all the noise inside so you can focus in the now moment in order to reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay. The next third one is shift your reaction to reflection. Before you react to others' circumstance, you want to pause and ask yourself, where might this be holding this energy within me? Or you will ask these questions so you will get an answer within yourself. And that way you're not reacting because we constantly conditioned to be reacting, and that will create more of it, and that you will be stuck in the loop of this trauma, this emotional roller coaster, right? And you will never change. You will never be able to reprogram your subconscious mind, and then you will be stuck in the negative states. So last but not least, as I already mentioned it, you program your inner state. Visualization, vision board, imagine your inner world as a peaceful garden. So imagination is one of the best technique that you can do. Imagine, create a scene within your mind. And when you're ready to go to sleep at night, between the sleep state and awakened state, if your brainwave is in the theta state, that's like a portal. The moment that you can start imagining. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a few seconds, and you want to take yourself into the future experience that you want to experience within yourself first, and then so it will project out into your outer life experience, outer world, right? We call it 3D world. How do you connect this correspondence law with other universal law? So let me give you just 3 examples. Let's say with the law of vibration, your inner vibration determines the external experience. If you heard from Tesla, plus Tesla, when you understand that energy, vibration, and frequency, you'll understand the universe because everything in the universe vibrates. So whatever you say, whatever word you say, it vibrates in our. There's different heartbeat, right? That also creates a vibration. So if we're in the calm states, we tend to have a calm heartbeat, right? But if we're in the frustrated or anger state, then we will have the unstable heartbeat, and that creates the unstable vibration out to the universe, out into the quantum field, right? The second one is law of attraction. Like attract, like it's as above, so below. So within as without. So you want to change your state of consciousness in order to change the opposite. Okay? And that will lead us to the law of cause and effect. Your inner cause leads to external effects. We tend to try to solve problems or try to solve anything that we don't like externally. And we never taught to be going inward, which is the cause. And external is the effect, the outcome. So when we dislike what we see, what we experience, we have to go inside ourselves to find the cause. And oftentimes it's conditioned, the programming, the matrix programming, the childhood trauma, many different things that could happen to generate the experience that you experience. I would love to hear your experience in your personal life, your personal experience, to see if you have any experience in this law of correspondence. Have you ever changed anything, your external world, because you went in your inner world to find the cause? It reflects your outer world. So I wanted you to write a comment on YouTube to share your experience. And if you're on the audio platform, please share as a video